Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We've got so much to go through because we didn't even get through everything yesterday. And I did get asked a very good question. Why do we have to cut off when we get to the hour mark? And to be honest, it's not something that I really thought about or planned, but I think that line has got to be drawn somewhere. We can't just endlessly keep talking and keep going. I don't want some episodes to be half an hour and some to be like 3 hours. So I feel like there needs to be that cut-off mark, and that's the hour mark for me. So that means that we've got to get everything in before we get to that point. The reviews, the reactions, the fun stuff, the theories, just anything, everything. We've got a deadline. So with that being said, we need to keep things moving, hopefully keep that energy throughout the video, and hopefully that will keep it a very entertaining watch. So let's get into it, and let's start with the NXT folder. There's some really good stuff in this video that I think you're going to find very interesting. Here is a fun little thing to kick us off with, though. So Jaida Parker says, with all due respect, AVA, get your pops. And I think this is because when he came out, he kind of pushed the camera away, which is kind of something she's been doing. Ava responded, she said, that's above my pay grade, tuts. Which is a very, very fun response. Really enjoyed that. And talking of Ava, we've got this moment here. So we can actually play this. This is courtesy of NXT Anonymous.
Thank you so much for taking the call. I'm so excited that you're going to be joining us on the Countdown Show on Saturday. I know everyone is going to be so excited to see you. Of course, you're always going to be a part of the NXT family. Okay, great. Awesome. I will see you on Saturday. All right, bye.
You're always going to be a part of the NXT family. So who is that? It feels like it's someone that's been in NXT before. You know, could it be a wrestler? Could it be someone behind the scenes? Could it be someone that never actually competed? I had a few names that came to my mind. CM Punk, he's been doing quite a bit in NXT. So that would make sense, but it's not the name that I was thinking. The name that came to my mind was William Regal. He was the former GM. You know, he had a massive role in NXT. So him being on the kickoff panel would make just all the sense in the world. So I'm thinking William Regal, but there's plenty of other people that it could be. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Right, then we've got this Dijak promo, which is really good. He says that he's been with the company for a long time and he's had a long career, and this is actually going to be his 7th WrestleMania weekend. And he said, how many PLEs do you think I've been on in those kind of 7 WrestleMania weekends? And he said 0. He said he was meant to be in one in 2020, but the pandemic hit. And he said, you know, this isn't just going to be the most brutal match of the weekend. It's going to be the most important match of my career. And he says that he regards himself as the greatest wrestler to never win a championship in WWE since Jake the Snake Roberts. And he said he just needs this one opportunity. It's really good. It's really, like, by the time you finish watching this, you're, like, really rooting for him. But I really root for him anyway, because I love Dijak, so it's a great promo. Right, Arianna Grace is all excited. Gosh, good things do happen to good people. Stay kind and charitable, my beauties. Never change who you are. Now I'm going to focus on helping Georgina unleash her inner beauty. So there we go. She's excited. She got the win this week, and now her attention turns back to helping Georgina, right? Thea Hail says, Jacy, I can't wait to break your arm too. So obviously this big 6-woman tag match has been made. It's a great way of getting a lot of great talent onto the card at Stand and Deliver. So that should be really, really fun. Yeah, this is a big update. So, an update of a scary incident involving Joe Gacy is now available on Fightful Select, right? So, here's the info. So, Fightful's Corey Brennan reports that the Joe Gacy situation on NXT was a legitimate concussion protocol. That is a real signal. Right? That's a real signal. This was a real situation. But he's believed to be okay after early examinations. The backstage segment with Ava, this moment here, wasn't the original plan, but it was taped after the match, as they needed a way of kind of moving the story forwards. So I don't know if they were going to do something in the ring, or, you know, if there was going to be a different way of getting to the match, him against Shawn Spears, but they ended up doing this. So I would imagine there was a bit of a scramble, changes happening during NXT, all because of this moment where we get the very real end of the match, very real concern. But yeah, it just gives you that little glimpse, doesn't it, behind the scenes? But we still ended up where we needed to get to. And thankfully, Joe Gacy is fine, so all good. Roxanne said, reunited in 4 more days. There we go. Her and the Women's NXT Championship. And Cora Jade responded by saying, I hope so that I can beat your ass next in a few months. So Cora wants Roxanne to win it so that she can take it from her. Karmen Petrovic said, thank you for all the love tonight. Every time I step in that ring in front of all of you, I promise to give it my all. My all wasn't enough tonight, but one day it will be. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Let's go, man. Let's go. Right, they love you on the rise, but when it's the next guy's turn, they're gonna switch on you like Nintendo. Carmelo was up there dropping bars. That did catch my ear, actually, the Nintendo line. They're gonna switch on you like Nintendo. Very, very fun line there from Carmelo on the show. Right, Sinrix said Dijak is wearing a ratio shirt. I didn't spot this. I think it's because I couldn't quite see it under the jacket. But yeah, a ratio shirt from Dijak. Amazing. And he actually does tweet it out as well, so you can get a better look at it. Dijak says, okay, so sexiest in the world, not my account, said if Obafemi doesn't double stack pin Dijak and Briggs at Stand and Deliver, that match is automatically ass. And Dijak responded by saying, eat this ratio, while I'm literally on live TV wearing a ratio shirt. Bad word. There's Lola with a Lolashooter. It's not a sharpshooter. It's a Lolashooter, so very good. Then, look at this. We have never seen Lyra Valkyria like this, where she gets all worked up and puts Roxanne through a table. And Roxanne responds with this, where there's blood coming down the nose of Lyra. These two really do not like each other. It's going to be a fantastic match. Currently on our match ratings, we've got every match from Raw, SmackDown, NXT rated. The community has rated them on the live streams, and currently Lyra versus Roxanne earlier this year is the 2nd highest graded match of the year. Technically 3rd, but it's kind of 2nd, because the very first one is like the first match of the year, and I think we all got a little bit overexcited. So it's technically 3rd, but I class it as the 2nd highest rated. So this could bang, man. This could really bang. Oh, this is great. Look at this.
We got the Wolf Dogs merch now. Yeah.
I like the merch stand.
Braun, I dare you to get on top of the truck. I dare you to get on top of the truck.
Oh, you think so?
There we go. Yeah. Wolf Dogs, and there's Baron Corbin as well.
We got the...
That's pretty cool, isn't it? New shirt. It's a great looking shirt as well, you know. Great looking shirt. I really love that. If this was a proper tag team that was going to be around for a while, I'd get that shirt. Yeah, I think it looks great. But honestly, I don't see this team being around for a while. I think they'll be done relatively soon. I think Braun will go to the main roster and then carry on his singles career. But it's a great looking shirt. Ava tells Carmelo Hayes that she told the referee to be lenient for the match at Stand and Deliver because there needs to be a winner. A nice touch. Worth noting because there could be some moments where leniency, there we go, is needed. And so at least here we've seen it be mentioned on the show. So I like that. Right, Roxanne Perez has impressed major officials in each of her main roster appearances, and NXT sources believe her call-up is just a matter of time. However, in NXT, some are pushing for her to become the NXT Women's Champion at Stand and Deliver, so we don't quite know which way this is going to go. She could be main roster bound, or there are some thinking that she should win the belt. I would have her win the belt. I would keep her in NXT for a little longer. And the reason why is because she is doing the best work at being a heel. I think this heel run, her attitude, her presentation, everything has clicked for me now. And I am enjoying Roxanne more than I ever have. So for me, I want to explore this a little bit more. I want to just do a bit more and flesh it out a little bit more. Make sure that she's totally comfortable with being a heel before we take her to the main roster. They might want her as a face, though. If they want her as a face, she can go now. If they want her as a heel, I would just wait a little longer. She hasn't really been doing this heel thing at this level, for too long. So I would just wait that little bit longer. But honestly, great news. I think Roxanne really does have a bright future. And you know who else has a bright future? Scotland, right? Because obviously the news broke that we're going to Scotland for Clash at the Castle, and there's Isla Dawn. There's no place like home, and that was 16 hours ago, which is kind of funny because she was the one that accidentally tweeted out, sent a mess. I don't know if it was a tweet or Instagram, but she accidentally posted this early, and that's how a lot of people knew that we were going to go to Scotland. So that got deleted, and then 16 hours ago she's sent this out. So I'm not telling on Isla Dawn, but it definitely was Isla Dawn that leaked that news early. Right, and I think Grayson asks a very good question. Why are we going to a PLE in a filthy swamp? It's an excellent question. I don't have the answer to that, to be honest. Although what I will say is the Hydro looks amazing. It looks like an amazing venue. Really great looking space, so we're joking. Right, here's Nikki Cross. She said, I'm so happy for my home country, but I'm also delighted that you all get to see what makes Scotland so special. Iron Brew. WWE, when I tell you Glasgow fans are the most passionate, loud, rowdy, and hilarious fans in the world, I'm not kidding. So there we go, Scotland, you're going to have to deliver. The mantle has been thrown down. You are going to have to deliver. Right, it's Bryn again, said, Wrestling Days, love the freaking Nightmare logo and the colours of it. Potentially the colours they'll both wear. Okay, so this is from We Want Cody. Great account. And they've managed to get this from Cody's Instagram. And look at that. Is that a glimpse into the colours that they're going to wear? This is the weight belt for night one. And this is what Cody will be wearing. So Cody, you know, stars and stripes. But is that what Seth is going to go with? It's great. I think it looks really, really cool. Right, and this is great as well. Look at this. This is from a live event, a drone shot look. And then it shoots up. Whoa, look at that. Nothing like the live events. Every city I've got to touch has been a special, lovely journey. Amazing. And there's, We Want Cody again, absolutely killing it at the moment. So there we go. Very, very cool. Right, Raw, a couple of bits from Raw. So, yeah, this is Gunther. So here we've got Candice having a word with Indy, right? You don't get to see too much. Because, boom, this is what we're focused on. This is the attack. Oh. Gunther. Ah. He looks so cool. Look at him dragging him. So there's Candice just trying to talk to Indy, but you don't really catch much of that. You just see the start of the attack from the Ring General. Oh, so good. Look at the marks, Tristan. Thank you. Look at Seth's body. After getting whipped last night. Yikes. We got a yikes. Wow. That's, you know it's bad. And that looks bad, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. That is so close to his nipple. Do you know how sensitive nipples are? Doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Yikes. Right, and then Maurice, thank you, said credit to Wrestling Humble for spotting this. Now, I don't watch Impact Wrestling, so I never would have got this. But Wrestling Humble, or Humble Wrestling, said, I knew I'd seen it somewhere before. The same place was used on Impact. And as for Drew, the same place. This must be like the wrestling church or something. Wrestling, all the wrestling promotions must have got together and built a church. And so, yeah, we just keep going to the same place if we need a church scene. So there's Impact, there's WWE. Lol. Right. Oh, yes. We keep talking about who won because there's a few results this week which are a bit up in the air. Well, Takedown Matt has decided that it was Sammy that won. Sammy defeated Big Bronson Reed by DQ. Okay? That's one of the outcomes, but I think Bronson Reed makes a good point here. He said, I'm pretty sure I counted to 10 before old mate Sammy got attacked. Never lost. Does anyone know what the official decision is on this? If you go to the WWE website, they just mention Sammy gets attacked by Gunther during match. They don't actually announce what the official result is. So what is the, I don't know, a no contest? No one won, no one lost. I mean, I'd imagine that'll be the politician way of dealing with it. It was a no contest. What was crazy was I looked for the result of the Bloodline main event match, and I promise you, I'll put this out as a separate short. We looked during the NXT stream. It says, right, it says that Solo lost, right? He lost when the Bloodline interfered, right? Solo lost when the Bloodline interfered in a Bloodline rules match, right? Honestly, I'll put it out as a separate video. It blew my mind. Just go to the WWE website, read the results for this week's Raw. You won't believe what you see. It was incredible. He lost a Bloodline rules match when the Bloodline got involved. I'm not making it up. Right, let's go to The Rock. Well, a few bits in here. Look at this. Naomi said, painting of The Rock and Cody. Who saw this insane scene? Number 2 in progress of my new wrestling series. Also, sorry, Mama Rhodes. Yeah. You didn't think about her when you was painting it, did you? You thought about her afterwards. Disgrace. Nails and NY, thank you. Thank you, my friends. Right, dog. I woke up and I saw The Rock was even whooping the ref. So this is from this account, Shababi Kababi. I think it says Shababi Kababi. Okay. Well, on Shababi Kababi, we've got this footage. Crowd booing. Right, both guys down. There's The Rock, starts walking over. Look at this. Heads over. What are you doing? Talking to Seth. He gets one as well. Ah, isn't that the best? Referee, look, shababi kababi. Oh my god, it's just the best. Everything about this is the best. Him getting whipped is the best. The name is the best. It's just the best. This is pretty good. Look at this. This dude met up with The Rock and said that he would get a tattoo, right? I would get it tattooed, and I'm a man of my words. Hook us up with WrestleMania tickets, right? And The Rock said, dude, holy, you did it? That's the authentic, real deal signature and ball right there. Looks amazing. You're a man of your words, and so is the final boss. Pack your bags, because you and your daughter are coming to WrestleMania. Tickets, flights, accommodation, transport, food will all be taken care of. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? So he got it tattooed. The Rock, I think The Rock must have done it. And did The Rock draw that? Or I think maybe The Rock just signed above it, maybe. Dude got it tattooed, and now he's off to WrestleMania. That's amazing, isn't it? Just so you know, we've got the Tribal Chief and the final boss on Jimmy Fallon. So they're going to be on that show tonight. So that should be very interesting. And Dwayne The Rock Johnson said, ladies and gentlemen, we made history last night in Brooklyn. Highest selling Raw in US history. Mind blown. Enjoy the ride. Final boss at WWE at TKO Group. Look at that. I just wanted to include it for the entrance as well. There's the image of The Rock on the Titantron. Just looks so cool. Looks so cool. Did we do WrestleMania? No, I don't think we have, actually. We normally start with WrestleMania. Right, it's Bryn again, said, looking good, in my opinion. That is the latest WrestleMania stage graphic. Fightful Selectors learned that WWE have reached out to Philadelphia Eagles legend Jason Kelce. I'm going to go Kelce. They've reached out to this person here. So there we go. Brady said this is very interesting because Lily hasn't been on WWE Shop in months. So everything is getting set up at the store at the Financial Lincoln Field Station. Alexa Bliss merch and Lily dolls are being set up. So does that mean that they are teasing a return? I don't know, to be honest. It might just be excess stock, but then as Brady said, if it's excess stock, why has this not been on the website? If they've got excess stock that they're trying to sell off, why have they not been selling it off? That would suggest that it's new stock. So definitely something to be aware of. So Brady, thank you. This is maybe a bit of a closer image of the stage. You can see like they've got a bit of a backdrop that's gone up now, which I think makes things look a little better. Still doesn't look like, unless that's a massive screen, which I don't know, that might just be like a black bit of fabric. I don't know. We've still got a few more days, in all fairness. So let's wait and see. But this is where we are with the stage at the moment. So Martel, thank you. Crispy Wrestling said the stage is really coming together. Right, a 2K24 tournament fit for the biggest stage of them all. Superstars and celebrities throw down in the first 2K showdown live at the WWE Worlds and live streamed on YouTube, Up, Down, Down, and WWE Facebook. So this is on the way. It's not something that I'm bothered with, but I know there'll be many of you that will be excited for that. Right, Shakeem, shout out to you. Here, look, we've got the Philly dinosaur, and we've got, I think, is that Kofi? Looks to be Kofi. There's Braun. There's Liv. So they're at the game representing WWE. Yeah, true Kofi, Liv, Braun, dance with the Philly fanatic. So there we go. And then we move on to that boomer, whoever that is. So they're having a bit of fun at the game. Oh, you've got to watch this. This was from The Rock's account. He said, I'm honored to announce that I will be inducting my grandmother, Lia Maivia, into the Hall of Fame class of 2024. One of the first ever female promoters of professional wrestling. She was a trailblazer. She was a protector of our family. She was the real final boss. This is so good. so good. It really tells you about her. The massive show that she put on that attracted the likes of Antonio Inoki and Ric Flair, and it showed some of the big stars they managed to bring into, I think it was Polynesian wrestling. That was her promotion. And you see footage of The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief, Peter Maivia. He goes into the Hall of Fame. You see that Lia Maivia is there for that ceremony. And now she goes into the Hall of Fame to join her husband in being honored in this way. And it's lovely. This is honestly lovely. I could just play all 4 minutes for you right now, but we won't. We've got lots of other things to get through, but you need to watch this. If you don't know anything about her, you need to watch that. Right, Harry Van Vliet, thank you. He said, look at the weather for the weekends. I'm wondering if this is going to affect anything this weekend. So if we look at Saturday, Sunday, that's what we care about. A little bit of cloud on the Saturday. I don't really know what this means. I don't think this is chance of rain. I think that must be like humidity or something. But yeah, basically sun on Sunday and cloud on Saturday. No signs of rain. 70% chance of rain on Tuesday, 90% on Wednesday, but then it's pretty clear. That's all I care about. Is it going to rain? And by the looks of this forecast, it looks like we're going to be okay. So there we go. Right, this is great from Karrion. Karrion is, honestly, this is brilliant as well. You need to watch this. Karrion goes back to an old place that he's competed at. And he's outside, and there's like ECW shows that have come from this building. And he's talking about his journey. He's talking about competing here and competing sometimes with no money in his pocket, coming out with less money than he went in with, and treating every match like it's WrestleMania. Well, now it is WrestleMania, and he's just so grateful and he wishes people could have seen his journey. He wishes people could have seen what he's been through. He wishes people could have seen his hard times. It's so good. It's really, really good. It's really personal. It's not a promo that's like, Bobby, I'm gonna tear you apart. It feels so real. It feels so real. It feels like someone who knows they're on the verge of the biggest match of their career, who knows they're on the verge of achieving a dream, you know? It's brilliant. You've got to watch it. Right, Austin Theory, he's got a promo that he sends to Joey Swole. It's the kind of thing that you would imagine. He jumps on, he talks about his chain being 30,000. That's how much his chain is worth. And he talks about Joey Swole and the Swole Army and how they are out of shape and their disgraces. And he basically goes off on them. The fact that we saw Grayson do a video and now we've seen Austin Theory do a video makes me think that something's going to happen. So I don't know who Joey Swole is, right? I really don't. I've never even heard of him, right? He's the CEO of Gym Positivity, right? 783,000 followers is very impressive, right? Very impressive. So Joey Swole, clearly a big name, someone that's not on my radar. I have clearly the physique of a man that's never even heard of a gym, let alone been to a gym. So it's not going to surprise you. I don't know who this person is, but it seems like many people do. And there's a chance we see him, man. There's a chance we see him. You know, things like this happening during WrestleMania week tend to lead to something. So something to keep an eye on. According to Bet Online, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi are the biggest odds-on favorite on the WrestleMania card. So they have the biggest chance of winning compared to anyone else on the whole card. So they are adamant that these girls are picking up the dub. So I thought you'd find that interesting. Got a bit of merch, few bits here. So a new Bray Wyatt shirt, Let Me In, him inside the Firefly Funhouse. So Cody Quinn, thank you. New Cody Rhodes figure. Looks really good with the Cody weight belt. Love the entrance attire. Not so keen on that face, to be honest. I like the second face, though. The screaming face looks really good. So that's a new Ultimate Edition. New Sami Zayn. This is based on him winning in the main event of last year's WrestleMania. So this is WrestleZania Sami Zayn. You can see he's got the WrestleZania shirt on. Comes with 2 belts, 3 different heads, swappable hands. Looks awesome. We've already read that one. We got this Kevin Owens thing here. So here's Kevin Owens, again from that same match at the main event of WrestleMania. And then here's an old school Jake the Snake shirt. So Jake Roberts, Gainesville, 1982, cruel but fair. And there's an image, throwback image of Jake the Snake from 1982. And look at this kind of old retro style shirt as well in its design. I think it looks really, really good. So that's available now. I think you can get it from his website. It looks really, really cool. I really like that shirt. So that's available. Right, did we do NXT? Yes, we've done NXT. Right, CM Punk. We didn't get to this folder yesterday, but we'll have to try and get through it as quick as we can. He said so much stuff. Look at all this. Mental. So he posted this out. He said violence in the workplace. Do you remember him and Randy were looking at that video and they were like, you know, there's a moment where that he kind of grabs him and he goes in for a hug. Well, he posted a screenshot of that with saying violence in the workplace. That guy said CM Punk is trolling again. Right, Sportskeeda, if you're more than happy with some goof saying you had a 5-star match and the building being a quarter full, then we are not in the same business. I think MJF is great, and I think where he wasn't great is when he was catered to that small niche internet audience. So that's what Punk had to say about MJF. I thought I was doing the responsible thing. I didn't punch anybody. I just choked somebody a little bit. Samoa Joe was there and he told me to stop and then I quit. All of this from the Ariel Helwani interview, of course. Apparently AEW were upset when CM Punk attended Raw last year. He was invited there by Bayley and he popped backstage. He asked if he was all right to be there. They ended up saying, no, you need to go. It's best you go. So he ended up getting kicked out. But the fact he'd even popped backstage to speak to some people, some friends, that was enough to get AEW upset. This is not tribal. I don't care if AEW were upset or not. I don't have an opinion on it. But it's just interesting. It's just information. That's it. It's just information. Just like this, CM Punk reflects on his time in the UFC. What the was I thinking? I think he asks Ariel Helwani, what age was I when I competed? And I think it was like 35, 36, around that. And he was like, what the was I thinking? Getting into it at that age, you know? But he's not someone that lets things like that stand in his way, you know? It's probably why he's achieved what he's achieved. Tony Khan's idea was to separate everybody with the creation of a separate show, AEW Collision, and Punk said that he did tell him that was not going to work. But Sammy here said, look, AEW changed mine and a lot of people's lives for the better. That got viewed by 1.4 million people. Thank you, AEW. And you can understand that. You know, Sammy and a lot of people very grateful for what AEW has done for them. So whilst CM Punk is sort of ripping into the company, certainly ripping into aspects of it, if, you know, he'd said some nice stuff as well. He could understand why they were coming out with, you know, messages of support. I could understand that. If I worked for AEW and I was loving it there, I would do exactly the same. Right, CM Punk said their business is not a real business. It's not about selling tickets. It's not about drawing money. It's not about making money. It's just not. He said he doesn't quite know what the purpose of AEW is. He thinks it's to just put on great matches. And I made this comment during the live stream. I was like, that sort of made me respect AEW a little bit more, because you've got a billionaire just spending money and his primary goal is to just put on the best matches possible. It's hard to not respect that, right? You can hate on Tony, you can hate on AEW, but the concept of a billionaire having access to money and using it and his primary goal is to just put on the best matches possible, I must admit, I kind of was like, that's pretty cool, isn't it, really? You know, I'm sure he does care about attendance. I'm sure he does care about tickets. I'm sure he does care about TV ratings. He'll struggle if he doesn't get a new TV deal and money coming in and whatever. But there's something really cool about one of the major things he's trying to achieve is just put on the best matches possible. So do with that what you will. CM Punk says he asked Tony Khan to handle Jack Perry after his comment at All In, and Khan said, "What do you want me to do?" Right? This kind of plays into that narrative that Tony Khan's like out of his depth, and I think, I'm just going to speak personally here, I think a lot of people have felt that that's been true for a long time, right? I don't really know why it matters if Tony Khan's out of his depth. Like, why would it matter? Why does that matter? That's a good question. So if there's a general agreement that Tony Khan is out of his depth, okay, but why is that a problem? Why does that matter? Why is that an issue? CM Punk reveals we might not witness the WWE return of AJ Lee. This was interesting. He says most likely she won't return. And then I think Ariel Helwani was like, are you being serious? He's like, well, I could be working you. So, if he knows that she's working towards coming back, he might want to throw people off the scent by saying, yeah, she's not, most likely not coming back. So that this spreads around and then people don't expect her and then boom, she arrives. So, I think that's maybe not quite what's being reported there. If you watch that part of the interview, there was more to it. Punk tells Helwani that he is cautiously optimistic that he can recover in half the time from his current tricep injury than he did the other one. He says he's coming back for something, noting that there are stories for him. He said he was close to returning to WWE before. He said, even before backstage, I thought backstage might be a backdoor way of getting me in. And I told everyone from Fox, look, I want to work for you guys. It sounds, let's whoosh it. I want to work for you guys. It sounds like fun. If it tied to getting me back, we're not going to have the greatest business relationship. At that time, I had a handshake thing. Things were in place, and then it didn't happen. They were like, no, we're hiring you to be an analyst. We've brought the TV rights from SmackDown. So basically, around that time, there was a handshake deal to bring him back to WWE, which we never knew had happened. And it's really interesting because that fell through. I think he was a bit bitter about that. Then backstage opportunity arose. And then he goes to backstage and he said, look, if this is like a backdoor way of getting me into WWE, then this ain't going to work. I think he was really a bit off with WWE again at that time. I suppose he had kind of lowered his defenses and ended up getting burned. So they said, no, we just want you to be an analyst. And so that's why he took that position. So we didn't know any of that at the time. We didn't know any of that. Something else that's come out as well, this from Wrestle Purists. So they're saying that they've heard people in AEW say that pretty much everything Punk said was true about Jack Perry. All of that's fine, but the reason as to why it escalated to where it escalated to was because it all got out, and apparently it was Punk that was like getting it out, like talking, and that's the reason that it got out, and that's what upset Jack Perry. So the whole glass stuff, rental car stuff, Jack Perry being difficult, apparently all true. But what really, and Jack Perry, as soon as CM Punk said, no, you can't do this, was like, okay. He seemed to accept that from CM Punk. But what happened between that and what happened in London was apparently CM Punk was kind of telling people, and he was not kind of keeping it to himself. This upset Jack Perry, and that's why Jack Perry ended up doing what he was doing. So they're saying that there was parts missing from Punk's retelling, if you will, which I don't know if that's true or not. I wasn't there, but yeah, that was, I thought, an interesting detail. And Corey Graves said that he had cleared the air. I didn't even know there was issues, to be honest, between those two, but Corey Graves said that he's managed to clear the air. Right, how long we got? Well, not long, but let's see what we can do here. Oh my gods. Oh my gods. Yeah, look at this. He was so close. Look at this video. This dude recorded so close. So Ripley, look at this. And if you want to know how close he was to get this, right, which people have been, look at that. That's the dude right there. There's his phone. There's Seth. That's amazing, isn't it? I'm sure this dude has had so many messages, so many people going, what was you thinking? Dude, you got way too close. I mean, it doesn't matter. Seth doesn't mind. Seth, you know, Seth, it wasn't an issue. And actually, I've got to say, it's a really cool video, actually. When do you ever see Supers? Look at this. Look at this. I feel like I'm Becky. I'm that close to him. So, yeah. Right, Dave said Bailey using her storyline to get a strong message across.
50 years, American Home Shield has been a friend to homeowners. A friend.
A friend.
Someone who doesn't forget about you when new friends come along or talk about you behind their back or just forget about how far you've come together. I digress. American Home Shield has protected homeowners from inevitable system.
So American Home Shelters can be your friend. A friend. Someone that's always there. And she goes, oh, it's good, isn't it? It's good. Right, apparently Jeremy Clarkson said the world's first yeet in 1998. And I watched this video. It's on YouTube, so sadly I can't play it. And he's pouring acid on a car. I don't know why. And he goes, yeet, yeet, like this. From 1998. So in my mind now, Jey Uso gets all of his creative from Jeremy Clarkson. I think we're going to see... oh my God, he's going to play it. Oh my God. Be honest.
Ooh, eat.
There we go. I wasn't going to play it, but I ended up playing. I knocked the button, and so we just went with it. Anything can happen in Unseen. So, yeah, I was going to say, next what we'll see is we'll see Jey Uso with that shirt and some really bad denim jeans. Just really like, you know, middle-aged man denim jeans. Let's go. Right, Maxine makes me so happy. So, Usi Nightmare.
You hype right now.
I'm so hyped.
Maxine, are you hype right now?
Peter, I'm so hyped.
Are you hype right now?
I'm so hyped. Ah! Girl dinner.
No.
What's girl dinner? I don't even know what girl dinner means, but she's super hyped. And she's like, girl dinner. And I was like, no. So I don't know what that is, but she was hyped. Right, T. Lil says, wait, what? Who does it better, Dijak or Ivar the Micro? I responded to this, and I was like, I don't see the difference. So I thought that was excellent. So T. Lil 619, shout out to you. Right, Martel said Becky Lynch says that WrestleMania 40 Double Duty will be hard for Roman. He's probably doubling his work that he's done over the last year. She's done him dirty there, man. Hey, look at this, Tristan, thank you. This is the entrance for Hulk Hogan, the figure. Look at this. Oh, God, I love this. It's brilliant. Mattel, surely you're looking at this thinking, man, we've got to get more figures in the game. Such a random choice as well to go with this Hogan. You know, such a random decision that this is the figure. But I love it. It's so good. So good. You can get this as an action figure. This is an actual action figure that they made. And here he is, look, making his way down doing an entrance. Oh, it's so good. So good. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, God. Watch this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I've been seeing Leo this whole time. Yeah, I go, hey, Leo. I go, hey, Leo Shrey.
He's been been calling Io Sky Leo, right? So he's been going, hi, Leo, like this. And Big E's like, how long you been calling Io Leo? Is like, pretty much from the start. I couldn't, he thought that's how it was pronounced. I don't know why he never caught on, but like he's been calling her Leo Sky, and Leo Shirai. Oh, so good. This is taken from the food eating contest that they did. It's on YouTube. You've got to check it out, man. Thea doing the Rock arm slap. So Coach Code, thank you for that. Yeah, look at this. Right? So you've got a match. 6-woman tag. Look at the arm. See her like slapping the arm like the Rock. Thea, man, all pumped up. Look at that. And slapping her arm, doing the Rock arm slap. Crying, says Money Morgan. Fisticuffs said this girl knows comedy. So Fisticuffs, thank you. Chris, shout out to you. He said, this makes me feel various things. Okay, so let's turn, oh my God, let's turn that down. Right, so they're dancing away, right? Going around, having a good time. Maxine and Indy dancing away. And we know there's been a bit of trouble there. And there's trouble. Nope. Nope. That's not happening anymore. Candice comes, grabs the phone, takes it away. There'll be none of that anymore. Yes, this is good. Harry, thank you. I included this, but then I managed to find it a little bit later as an actual video that's not on Instagram. So we'll have a look at that in a second. Look at this from Jade Cargill. She says, this is corny, Asker. If you know me, you would leave me alone. I'll eat you up on this app, girl. So there's Storm. There's Tropical Storm. There. I love that. It's so good. So Storm and Tropical Storm. Right. Oh, this is great. Punk just can't stop being a locker room cancer, said Triple H Thoughts. Let's play this. So here, look, we've got Jay just enjoying himself. So he's talking about the game with Jackie. Saying that it's faster in person. Watch him go, watch him go. He's so good, says Jackie. To do all that and do all that on skates, it's poetry. So they're really enjoying the action. That was fast. I missed it. And he's trying to spotlight the goals. I saw that one develop, said Jay. And then here, look at these two, man. They're like the best of bros. Jay Uso and CM Punk. He looks around the back. He said that's a Jersey foul. And look at these two, man, just hanging out, just having a really good time together. It's really wholesome content, man. Wholesome content involving CM Punk. Who knew? Who knew such a thing could exist? But I saw that one. I saw that one. It's good, isn't it? Really good. Samantha Irvin said, I love these. Please keep sending them if this has happened to you. This person had to play the game while Samantha was just stood there all along. They had to just keep playing the game. So, and apparently she just stands there. And Samantha's like, I love these. Please keep sending this if it happens to you as well. Amazing. Right, Jackie Redmond said, not JD pushing me. We mentioned this yesterday. So let's go over. Look, you can see if we scoot to the end. So this is coming to the end. They tell Jackie like that she's done and she needs to go. Whatever your name is. Right, and JD just gives her a little help. Like, you know, you've outstayed your welcome. So Jackie's standing there. She's got her head down. JD smiling, just gives her a little push like that. And she said, not JD pushing me. And JD actually responded. Let's click on it. Oh no, where is it? We'll whoosh it. Here we go. He says, I don't know what to tell you, Jackie. The room had turned on you. You outstayed your welcome. So I was giving you a little clue to hit the road before Rhea Ripley put you through the wall. And Jackie said, oh, so you was doing me a favor. I see. Hey, JD, do you know where I can get some King Ricochet merch? Which was very good. And Ricochet responded, yeet. Very, very good. Very good. Fun little back and forth between them. Yeets. Here is... so this is fun. Let's play this.
Fruit.
Apparently this edible arrangement was bought for the makeup crew by one Cody Rhodes. I'm telling everybody that I bought it for everybody because that's what top guys do. But melon is no good. Cantaloupe is rotten. Cantaloupe's a rotten fruit. If you like cantaloupe, it's actually a fact that there's something greatly wrong with you. I don't know what this is. Honeydew, that's also no good. So we're looking at three main things here. Strawberries, some are chocolate covered. We have this pineapple, which pineapple is delicious, but it's immediately disqualified because it has this little knob of cantaloupe on it. And I don't know why. And chocolate covered apples.
So he just goes on. And Cody says, well, at least someone was enjoying that thing. Oh, God, I love this. This is so good. So this is Ali, right? Top moment for me. I forgot about the pyro, right? So good. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, dancing away. And then the... The sheer panic is amazing. The sheer panic is amazing. I want to pause it. I want to pause it on the shit there. Look, amazing. Look at that. Look there. Ah! As the pyro goes off and there's just all kinds of carnage going on. So good. So good. So shout out to Ali. Shout out to her, man. So good. Julian as well. Shout out to you. And Triple H thoughts. Let's play this.
Said he saw a bunch of goofs that were spreading stories about him.
That's me and you.
Yeah.
He said he saw a bunch of goofs that were spreading stories. Well, that's me and you. Yeah. It's just cut perfectly, isn't it? So funny. Right then, so we're going to go into our next folder. This is the other folder, and we got a few bits in here. So, right, backstage reputation in WWE for Tamira Mensah Stock. So, Tamira Mensah Stock won an Olympic gold medal at the Olympic Games in 2021, and she is now signed with WWE and apparently making excellent progress. Dave Meltzer said all he keeps hearing is just glowing reports. So definitely a woman and a name to keep an eye and an ear out for. Something else to keep an eye and an ear out for is this WWE Next Gen. So it's an all-access docu-series from the executive producer, John Cena. So Cena has produced this thing. And it's all about people, I think, trying to get signed, getting signed, their early stages in WWE. Should be very insightful. Should show you the struggles of getting started. And yeah, should be a fascinating watch. So I haven't seen this. I really want to. It dropped about the same time as like the Bray documentary and the CM Punk interview. And I think it just got lost in the shuffle, to be honest. But definitely something I want to check out. Right, as well as that, I'm going to whoosh this in because look at all these, right? So, official WrestleMania emojis. So, we've got Roman Reigns, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Bayley, Leo Sky, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Drew McIntyre, WrestleMania. So we've done these before. I think I can't quite work out what Seth. I think he's wearing like shades or something. But yeah, we've done these before. But they're just pretty fun, aren't they? These emojis at the end. They won't be there forever. It's just for WrestleMania season. But very good. Right, not looking to include this kind of stuff all the time, but it's very interesting, and I know that many of you will be interested in this. If you're not following Brandon Thurston, then I would recommend that you do that, because he just comes out with so much interesting information. This is not tribalism or anything like that. I'm not interested in that. I wouldn't use this for that. the way I would use this, so this is all to do with tickets. So you can see the kind of average tickets sales for each quarter from 2022, 2023 into 2024. So you can see the average ticket sales for I think, who have we got? We got Collision, we got Dynamite, we got Raw, we got SmackDown, and we've got house shows as well. I just think fascinating information. And you can see the increases or the decreases at the bottom. So, as I said, I would look at each one. I'd compare Raw with SmackDown. I wouldn't be using this to compare like AEW to WWE. I wouldn't be interested in that. I'd be more interested in, you know, this up here. I mean, fast. Look at the line that Raw goes on. When does it really start picking up? Same with like SmackDown. When does that really start picking up? Look at the house show line as well. The way it kind of goes down, goes up, and then it does seem to be sort of coming back down again. I mean, this is only Q1 of 2024, so obviously that's going to be the first 3 months. So, bit strange that it's kind of coming back down. But then I suppose, do a lot of people go like out to house shows around Christmas time for like a bit of a Christmas thing? I don't know. This is what I'm saying. It's interesting. So some people might like it, some people might not. We won't bombard these videos with these, but as we see things that are interesting, we'll chuck them in. So Mitchell, thank you. As well as that, look, Triple H went sneaker shopping, spent $4,472 on like 8 pairs of sneakers. This pair alone was like $1,200. So crazy. Right, fun interview here with Montez and Bianca. So if you're interested in those guys, check them out, their interview on Pivot Podcast. There's a great moment where she apparently turned to her parents when she saw Montez and she was like, keep that beautiful man away from me. And she said they didn't. So yeah, obviously they talk about their relationship, what it's like working together in WWE. It's really interesting. Of the clips that I've seen, really interesting. Martel, thank you. If I quit tomorrow, I am still the greatest woman to have ever done this. A quote from Becky Lynch from CBS Sport. Right, bit of a spoiler here, but I don't know how much truth there is to this. If you don't want to know, just skip forwards. The streets are saying, right, this is not coming from a big source, so it's very much the streets, but the streets are saying that Ricochet looks like he's in prime position to win the WWE Speed Championship. I don't know how this person knows this. I don't know if maybe they went to one of the most recent tapings and maybe they saw a league table, or I really don't know. But they're claiming that Ricochet is in prime position. So something to keep an eye on. I mean, to be honest, Ricochet was the first name I thought of anyway. So just something to be aware of. It's what the streets are saying. This is fun. Look at this. So here's Jey Uso waiting to meet Little Wayne. And Little Wayne comes out. Look how excited he is, man. Look how excited he is. He really loves this moment. So there we go. So pumped. He's like, yes, yes. Claps his hands together. Oh, look at him, man. Oh my God, he loves it. He loves it. So Harry, thank you. Bit more information here regarding total viewership. So we've got Dynamite, Rampage, NXT, Raw, SmackDown. We got the grid as well. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you'd probably find behind a paywall. So this is why it's so interesting. So again, Mitchell, thank you. Sean Ross Sapp said Motor City Machine Guns are now free agents, and Cedric Alexander said, so can I get a match with Alex Shelley? So that's interesting. Andrade just had a few words with Jose, the assistant. They work together in AEW, and just saying like he's got a lot of time for him. You've always got a friend with me kind of a thing. So that's lovely. Very Toy Story, but that's lovely. And then Big E said that he's in control of when he makes his in-ring return, but if he does, it's a gamble. Apparently his quality of life is very good at the moment. He's worried that if he takes a knock or anything like that, you know, he could end up in a wheelchair. So he's really having to weigh up stuff at the moment. But I don't know. I can't say it filled me with much confidence of a return. And then this is the last thing. Triple H wore his new Travis Scott wands for Raw. How much did he pay for those? Have we got time? Travis Scott wands are... they're the 1,200. Oh my God. Right, we've got to end it there. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.